Our planet, in its boundless creativity, has sculpted landscapes of breathtaking beauty and life-giving serenity. But it has also forged realms of immense power and uncompromising danger. These are not destinations for a casual holiday, nor are they marked on any tourist map. They are nature's most dangerous frontiers, places where the very elements conspire to repel any living thing that dares to trespass. And yet there is a deep, primal curiosity that draws us to them, a whisper in our collective consciousness that yearns to understand the untamed, to witness the raw, unfiltered power of the natural world, even if only from a distance. From the safety of our screens, we can embark on a journey that would be impossible, and indeed, fatal, in person. We will traverse lands scorched by fire, frozen in perpetual ice, and poisoned by the very air we would need to breathe. This is an exploration not of places to visit, but of places to respect from afar. It is a testament to the immense forces that shape our world, forces that existed long before us, and will continue long after we are gone. This is a voyage into the heart of nature's fury, a look into the abyss, where survival is measured not in days, but in moments. We are drawn to these perilous realms because they represent the absolute limits of our world and our own endurance. They are the ultimate expression of nature's sovereignty. They remind us that for all our ingenuity and technology, we are but a small part of a much larger, and often, much more powerful system. Join me as we venture into the world's most perilous realms, places where humanity is and should remain merely a visitor in spirit. Off the coast of Brazil, shrouded in mist and legend, lies an island so dangerous that the Brazilian government has forbidden all visitors. This is Ilha da Queimada Grande, more commonly and ominously known as Snake Island. It is not the terrain or the climate that makes this place a fortress of peril, but its inhabitants. The island is the exclusive home of the golden lancehead viper, one of the most venomous snakes in the world. Their population here is not sparse. Estimates suggest there is at least one snake for every square meter of land. Every step would be a gamble with death. The venom of the golden lancehead is a terrifyingly potent cocktail of neurotoxins. It is so fast-acting that it begins to melt the flesh around the bite, causing excruciating pain, kidney failure, and internal bleeding. There is no other place on Earth where a single species of venomous snake has become so concentrated, so utterly dominant. The vipers, trapped here by rising sea levels thousands of years ago, evolved to hunt birds, developing a venom that could kill their prey almost instantly before it could fly away. This island is their kingdom, a living laboratory of evolution, and a stark reminder of nature's lethal efficiency. On the Indonesian island of Sumatra, a giant has reawakened. For 4 centuries Mount Sinabung slumbered, its slopes green and fertile, giving little hint of the cataclysmic power that lay dormant within. But in 2010, the long silence was shattered. The volcano roared back to life with a series of violent, unpredictable eruptions that have continued to plague the region ever since. What was once a peaceful, bucolic landscape has been transformed into a gray, ash-covered world, a zone of constant immediate threat. The danger here is multifaceted and relentless. Pyroclastic flows, superheated avalanches of gas, ash, and rock, can travel at hundreds of kilometers per hour, incinerating everything in their path. Thick plumes of volcanic ash choke the sky, grounding flights and turning day into an eerie twilight, while lahars, or volcanic mudflows, can sweep away entire villages during the rainy season. For the local populations living in the shadow of this volatile peak, life has become a permanent state of alert, a fragile existence at the mercy of the Earth's fiery heart. In the vast expanse of the North Atlantic Ocean lies a region that exists more in myth and mystery than on any official map. The Bermuda Triangle, a loosely defined area between Bermuda, Florida, and Puerto Rico, has captured the human imagination for generations. It is a place synonymous with the unexplained, a watery graveyard where ships and aircraft are said to have vanished without a trace. Countless stories tell of compasses spinning wildly, of sudden violent storms appearing in clear skies, and of vessels disappearing without so much as a distress call. While scientists offer explanations, from rogue waves and magnetic anomalies to volatile methane gas eruptions from the seabed, the legend persists. The sheer number of disappearances, including the infamous Flight 19, a squadron of United States Navy bombers that vanished in 1945, fuels the speculation. Are these simply tragic coincidences in a heavily trafficked and notoriously stormy part of the ocean, or is there some other, more enigmatic force at play? The Bermuda Triangle remains a powerful symbol of the unknown, a reminder that even in our modern, mapped world, there are still voids where logic and certainty seem to dissolve into the deep. In northern Tanzania, near the Kenyan border, lies a body of water that is as beautiful as it is deadly. Lake Natron is a salt and soda lake of surreal and deceptive allure. Its shallow waters are often tinged with shades of red and pink, a result of the salt-loving microorganisms that thrive here. But this vibrant color masks a lethal secret. The lake's water is extremely alkaline, with a pH level as high as 10.5, almost as corrosive as ammonia. It is a chemical trap, capable of burning the skin and eyes of most animals that are not adapted to it. The most haunting feature of Lake Natron is its gallery of stone animals, creatures that die in or near the lake, particularly birds that become disoriented by the water's reflective surface, are preserved by the high concentration of sodium carbonate, the same substance used by ancient Egyptians in mummification. They wash ashore as calcified stone-like statues, frozen in their final moments. It is a macabre spectacle, a natural mausoleum created by the lake's unique and hostile chemistry. Only a few species, like the lesser flamingo, have adapted to breed on its shores, turning this deadly environment into a cradle of new life. In the Mojave Desert of California, there is a place that truly lives up to its name. Death Valley is a land of superlatives, a basin of extreme and unrelenting conditions. It holds the record for the highest air temperature ever reliably recorded on Earth, a staggering 56.7 degrees Celsius, or 134 degrees Fahrenheit. In summer, the ground temperature can reach levels hot enough to cook an egg, and the air is so dry it can dehydrate a human body with terrifying speed. To be stranded here without water is a death sentence, a slow surrender to the crushing, suffocating heat. Yet, this desolate landscape is not without its mysteries and its stark, profound beauty. The famous sailing stones of Racetrack Playa, rocks that seem to move across the desert floor on their own, puzzled scientists for decades before the phenomenon was explained as a rare combination of ice, wind, and water. At dawn and dusk, the low sun paints the Panamint Range in hues of gold and purple, revealing a fragile, hidden splendor. Death Valley is a paradox, a place where the conditions for life are at their most extreme, yet where life, in its most resilient forms, still clings on, and the very geology tells a story of immense power. In the Horn of Africa, spanning parts of Eritrea, Ethiopia, and Djibouti, lies a landscape that looks more like another planet than a part of our own. The Danakil Desert is one of the lowest, driest, and hottest places on Earth. It is a crucible of geological activity, a place where the Earth's crust is being torn apart. Here, volcanoes ooze black lava, geysers spit toxic gases, and vast salt flats shimmer under a merciless sun. Temperatures regularly soar above 50 degrees Celsius, making it feel like a furnace. This is a land that seems to belong to a primordial era. Acidic pools of yellow and green bubble and hiss, their waters saturated with sulfur and iron, creating an otherworldly palette of colors. The air itself is a hazard, thick with poisonous chlorine and sulfur fumes. To venture here is to step into a world hostile to life as we know it. Despite these hellish conditions, the Afar people have called this region home for centuries, harvesting salt from the flats in a testament to human endurance. The Danakil Desert is a window into the violent, formative processes that shape planets, a raw and untamed corner of our world. On April 26, 1986, a catastrophic failure at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant in Ukraine unleashed a disaster of unprecedented scale. The explosion of Reactor 4 released a plume of radioactive material that contaminated vast areas of Europe and turned the surrounding region into a ghost land. The Chernobyl Exclusion Zone, an area of roughly 2,600 square kilometers, was evacuated and sealed off. It remains one of the most radioactive places on the planet. A landscape frozen in time, haunted by an invisible and persistent poison. The city of Pripyat, built to house the plant's workers and their families, now stands as a decaying monument to the tragedy. Schoolbooks lie open on desks, dolls are left in cribs, and a Ferris wheel that was never used stands rusting in a silent amusement park. It is a profoundly unsettling place, a stark reminder of the devastating potential of our own technology. While radiation levels have decreased in some areas, hotspots remain intensely dangerous. Yet, in humanity's absence, nature has begun to reclaim the zone. Forests have grown through the concrete, and wildlife, seemingly untroubled by the radiation, now roams the empty streets. In the Bay of Bengal, part of India's Andaman Islands, lies a small forested island that is one of the last truly isolated places on Earth. North Sentinel Island is home to the Sentinelese, an indigenous people who have rejected all contact with the outside world. For an estimated 60,000 years, they have lived in complete isolation, preserving a way of life that has vanished almost everywhere else. They are one of the last uncontacted tribes, a living link to a distant human past. Their isolation, however, is fiercely and violently guarded. Any attempt to approach the island, whether by accident or design, has been met with hostility. The Sentinelese greet boats and helicopters with a volley of arrows and spears, making their message unequivocally clear: stay away. This aggression is born not of malice, but of a desire to protect themselves from a world they do not know, and from diseases to which they have no immunity. In recognition of their vulnerability and their right to self-determination, the Indian government has made it illegal to go within 5 kilometers of the island. North Sentinel remains a human enigma, a sovereign sanctuary protected by its people's will to be left alone. In 2011, a powerful earthquake and subsequent tsunami struck the coast of Japan, triggering a triple meltdown at the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant. It was the most severe nuclear accident since Chernobyl, and its consequences continue to unfold. A vast exclusion zone was established around the crippled plant, forcing over 150,000 residents to abandon their homes and communities, leaving behind a silent, radioactive landscape. The danger here is insidious and long-lasting, a legacy of contamination that will persist for decades, if not centuries. Towns like Okuma and Futaba, once bustling with life, now stand eerily empty. Traffic lights change for no one, and weeds reclaim streets and gardens. The cleanup effort is a monumental task, a slow, painstaking process of decontamination that grapples with the immense challenge of storing vast quantities of radioactive water and soil. The Fukushima zone is a modern-day Pompeii, preserved not by ash, but by an invisible threat. It serves as a sobering testament to the power of nature and the fragility of our most advanced technologies when faced with the planet's full force. In the heart of Siberia lies a village that holds the title of the coldest permanently inhabited place on Earth. This is Oymyakon, a remote settlement in the Russian Republic of Sakha. Here, the struggle for survival is a daily battle against an almost unimaginable cold. The average winter temperature hovers around -50 degrees Celsius, and in 1933, the village recorded a low of -67.7 degrees Celsius. In this extreme environment, the very fabric of normal life is warped and reshaped by the frost. Here, batteries lose power almost instantly, ink freezes in pens, and wearing glasses outdoors can be dangerous as they can freeze to one's face. Cars must be left running continuously or they will not restart, and the ground is frozen so solid that digging graves for a funeral can take several days of lighting bonfires to thaw the earth. Yet, people endure. The residents of Oymyakon, through generations of adaptation and sheer resilience, have carved out a life in this unforgiving icebox. Their existence is a powerful testament to the extraordinary adaptability and fortitude of the human spirit in the face of nature's most severe challenges. In the arid expanse of the Karakum Desert in Turkmenistan, there is a spectacle that really defies belief. A vast crater, burning with an infernal glow that illuminates the night sky for miles around. Known locally as the Door to Hell, or more grandly as the Gates of Hell, this fiery pit has been burning for over half a century. It is not a natural volcano but a man-made disaster, a relic of the Soviet era. In 1971, geologists drilling for natural gas accidentally punched through into a massive underground cavern. The ground collapsed, swallowing their rig and creating a crater 70 meters wide. Fearing the release of poisonous methane gas, the geologists made a fateful decision to set the crater on fire, expecting the gas to burn off within a few weeks. More than 50 years later, the fire still rages. The vast, unknown reserves of natural gas below continue to fuel the flames, creating a permanent, blazing inferno. It is a surreal and mesmerizing sight, a gaping wound in the Earth's surface that burns day and night. The gates of hell is a powerful and somewhat terrifying symbol of a miscalculation with seemingly eternal consequences, an accidental monument to the immense energy hidden beneath our feet. In the upper Amazon basin of Bolivia lies one of the most biodiverse places on the planet. Madidi National Park is a world of staggering natural wealth, stretching from the glacial peaks of the Andes down to the lush tropical rainforests. It is home to an incredible array of life, with thousands of species of birds, mammals, insects, and plants. But this vibrant Eden holds a darker side. For the unprepared visitor, this paradise can quickly become a green hell, a labyrinth of hidden and often microscopic dangers. Every part of the ecosystem here seems to be armed. There are plants that can cause severe rashes and allergic reactions with the slightest touch. Biting insects carry a host of tropical diseases, from malaria to leishmaniasis, which can cause disfiguring skin sores. Fungi spores in the air can infect the lungs, and even a small cut can quickly become infected in the hot, humid environment. Add to this the presence of venomous snakes, spiders, and poison dart frogs, and the park reveals itself as a place where survival depends entirely on expert knowledge and extreme caution. It is a world where nature's beauty and its lethality are, inextricably intertwined. High above the clouds, on the roof of the world, lies a realm that pushes human beings to their absolute physical and psychological limits. The death zone on Mount Everest, the region above 8,000 meters, is a place where the human body can no longer acclimatize to the altitude. Here, the air is so thin, containing only a third of the oxygen available at sea level, that the body begins to die. Without supplementary oxygen, consciousness is fleeting, and survival is measured in hours, not days. The dangers are relentless and unforgiving. The extreme cold can cause frostbite in minutes, and the risk of avalanches is ever present. The physical exertion of climbing at this altitude leads to exhaustion, impaired judgment, and a host of life-threatening conditions like high-altitude cerebral and pulmonary edema. The path to the summit is littered with reminders of this peril, the bodies of climbers who have succumbed to the mountain's brutal conditions, left where they fell, frozen in time. To enter the death zone is to step into an environment that is actively trying to kill you, a challenge taken on only by the most determined and well-prepared. Along the northern Atlantic coast of Namibia lies a stretch of shoreline so desolate and treacherous that Portuguese sailors once called it the Gates of Hell. Today, it is known as the Skeleton Coast. This is where one of the world's driest deserts, the Namib, collides with the cold, rough waters of the Atlantic Ocean. A persistent, dense fog, created by the cold Benguela current meeting the hot desert air, blankets the coast for much of the year, blinding sailors and creating a navigational nightmare that has lasted for centuries. The coastline is a vast maritime graveyard, littered with the skeletal remains of countless shipwrecks, some half buried in the sand, others being relentlessly battered by the surf. The skeletons are not just of ships, but also of whales and seals, whose bones lie bleached in the sun. For any sailor unfortunate enough to be shipwrecked here, survival was almost impossible. Ahead lay the violent, impassable ocean, and behind, hundreds of kilometers of waterless, shifting sand dunes. The Skeleton Coast is a stark, haunting landscape, a place of profound isolation, and a powerful monument to the unforgiving power of the sea and the desert. In the western Pacific Ocean lies the deepest, most inaccessible place on our planet. The Mariana Trench is a crescent-shaped scar in the Earth's crust, and at its southern end is the Challenger Deep, a point nearly 11,000 meters below the surface. If Mount Everest were placed into the trench at this point, its peak would still be submerged by over 2 kilometers of water. It is a realm of eternal darkness, near freezing temperatures, and a pressure that is almost impossible to comprehend, over 1,000 times greater than at sea level. This immense pressure is the trench's greatest danger, capable of crushing all but the most specialized submersibles like a tin can. For decades, it was believed that no life could possibly exist in such an extreme environment. Yet, explorations have revealed a surprising and bizarre ecosystem, Strange creatures like the Mariana snailfish and giant amphipods have adapted to thrive under these crushing forces, living in total darkness and feeding on the scarce marine snow that drifts down from the world above. The Mariana Trench represents the ultimate frontier on our own planet, a place of profound mystery and a testament to life's incredible tenacity in the most hostile conditions imaginable. Our journey through Earth's most dangerous places comes to an end, but the echoes of these formidable landscapes remain. From the serpent-infested island to the crushing pressures of the deep ocean, we have witnessed the sheer, uncompromising power of the natural world. These are not places that invite our presence, they are realms that command our respect and, in many cases, our absence. They serve as profound and humbling reminders of the limits of human exploration, and our own inherent fragility, in the face of forces far greater than ourselves. They are the planet's sentinels, guarding secrets of primordial fire, evolutionary extremes, and the raw, untamed energies that shaped our world. In an age where humanity's footprint is found in the most remote corners of the globe, these perilous frontiers push back, asserting nature's ultimate authority. They teach us a vital lesson in humility, showing us that not every mountain needs to be climbed, not every island needs to be settled, and not every abyss needs to be conquered by our physical presence. Let us cherish the knowledge that such wild, powerful places still exist, beyond our reach and control. They are a crucial part of the planet's character, a testament to its enduring mystery and strength. Some frontiers are best left unconquered. Let these places remain as they are, untamed, mysterious, and fiercely protected by the forces of nature.